Marvin Vettori had the longest layoff in his career after his injuries in the bout against Jared Cannonier at the UFC Fight Night 286. Fans were excited to see him back in the octagon at UFC Fight Night 254, hoping for a comeback from the middleweight contender. However, much to their dismay, the result did not pan out accordingly. Vettori lost to Roman Dolidze by a unanimous decision, a rematch between the fighters after their face-off at the UFC 286. In that match, Vettori secured a win over Dolidze. Marvin Vettori lost to Roman Dolidze in the rematch at UFC Fight Night 254. Win-loss stands at 1-1 for both fighters. Following his loss, Marvin Vettori took to his social media account on Instagram and posted a story stating, "Nothing too bad, just some cuts and bruises. F***ck, man. Life sometimes shows you that even when you give your heart out and everything you've got, you still fall short. That was a close fight. I almost had him in the third. But I guess it wasn't enough. Yeah man. F***ck. I don't even know what to say." He went on to add, "Thank you to the best in the world, bro. Love you guys. Thank you, UFC. What the F***ck can I say, bro? I don't know." While his Instagram story reflected on his disappointment on the loss and the failed attempt at the comeback, just a few hours later, Vettori resorted to his X account and posted a tweet that read, "I guess we'll need a trilogy. The most nonsense trilogy. I agree with you bastards, lol. But at this point it has to happen." Vettori made it quite apparent that the rematch is something which he seeks next, maybe as a way of validating his position within the UFC division. The fighter has been in the top 10 of the middleweight division for the past 5 years. However, his 2 back-to-back losses might prove it against him and affect his ranking. While Vettori expressed his desire for a rematch, fans were of different opinions. One of them replied saying, "Respectfully, we do not need to see you guys fight again." While fans are not very supportive of a third rematch, there were a few who advocated saying that Vettori needed to push a bit more, since he had the upper hand in the initial rounds. Bro, you won the first 3 rounds. In a brawl like that, the loser is the guy that gets desperate and shoots for the legs first, and that definitely wasn't you. Only one guy was close to being finished and that was Roman. Another user said, "No offense, but the fan base probably doesn't want to see that. No, it's okay bro, nobody wants it. We don't need to see a single second more of you two fighting. Should have pushed harder in the 5th instead of complaining after. I thought the fight last night was closer than what the judges had it. You have his number. Why did you pull off in the 3rd? Couldn't find an opening. Didn't want to get caught on the way in. He was almost out." While critics claimed that the UFC Fight Night 254 presented a Fight of the Year candidate, however, it seems that the fans are done with seeing both the fighters clash against each other. They would prefer the fighters to face other contenders in the division instead. That being said, it is only a matter of time when we will get to see what happens next.